Hey guys, it's Rebecca. So I figured I would record this. I just got this call yesterday and I had minor outpatient surgery today, so I look kind of crappy. I went ahead and took my thing off my arm and whatnot, but I will include a picture up here briefly that shows. I take it, put it over here. So my hospital bracelet thing. Anyway, so I had outpatient surgery this morning and whatnot, but this call came in yesterday afternoon. And yesterday was like a super busy day because me and like over 200 people lost their job yesterday. So it's been a rough day yesterday. And like I spent most of yesterday like applying for jobs, and which I've been doing all along because I saw the writing on the wall. So I kind of knew it was coming. But I thought this was interesting because we just had issues with our internet service provider. And I used to work for an internet service provider as a contractor, and so I know how this shit works. And I know we used to get calls like this all the time, and I wanted to do this and get it up like quickly. So, if you ever receive a phone call and it is not from your direct internet service provider that says, "Hey, this is XYZ company," and it's from their phone number and it's a legit phone number and it's not a text or a phone call from the company that you service through, and you load the application for your company, whether it is Spectrum, CenturyLink, Xfinity, AT&T Fiber, any what is it, Frontier, Dish, HughesNet, DirecTV, whoever you service through, then do not call these people back. This is a huge PSA to people. This is what is called phishing. And I want to be very clear, do not call these people back. Number one, you're verifying that your phone number is valid so that they can then call and harass you. Also, you can report this on the FCC website. I will leave some information in the description box below so that you can read up on this on the FCC website. This is a known phishing scam. And that's not like fishing like you're catching fish. This is fishing with the other spelling. So it says the voicemail, it just says, "Dear customer, this voicemail is to inform you that Spectrum is removing the 40% discount," which Spectrum doesn't have 40% discounts, just FYI. Those little, I don't even have. Normally, like, you'll get like little flyers and stuff in the mail from like carriers and whatnot. I don't think I have any right now because I have like, I got one recently from like AT&T, and I got one from Spectrum that says sign up for TV today and blah 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 and get a discount. I got one from AT&T the other day. I think there's only like 3 companies in my area, so you'll get them regularly in the mail. Anyways, it says that Spectrum is removing the 40% discount offered on your monthly bill. To reactivate this offer now, please call back on the number you see on the caller ID. Thank you. The reason for that is, actually, let me downsize this because you're just going to see what I'm seeing on the other screen. And of course, the meerkat doesn't help on the other screen. Okay, so this is the information that came in, right? I'll play the voicemail so that you can see it. This is the phone number that I received the call from. It is a known scam number, okay? So I load my carrier, which I'll go ahead and load it. Now, there is a way. I do have Spectrum, okay? So when you load your bill on Spectrum, and it will show you your current discounts, which I'm trying to make it so that you can see. Oh my God, it's like, there you go. Okay, so on Spectrum, which we do have Spectrum, it shows you what your current balance is, your current bill, what services we have signed up for, and what our promotional discounts are, as well as the expiry date. So I want to be very, very fucking clear here. On your Spectrum bill, when you pull it up with a PDF, and be very careful sharing this because there's codes and stuff on your bill that Spectrum will need when you call in to verify your information. There's a 4-digit code on your bill. Do not ever share that information with anybody but a Spectrum representative, because that is what they use to verify you are who they need to speak to. That is their verification method for you to make sure, and it's a security code that only you or members with authorization, and that's the key word there, when you call in to talk to somebody for Spectrum, and it's a different word for CenturyLink and for Comcast, which is Xfinity. That's who my dad has, and we had CenturyLink at his house in Florida before. So their code word for that is different in Florida. Spectrum has authorized users. An authorized user would be somebody like Jason. You need that 4-digit code on your bill. So on Spectrum, the top of your bill says Spectrum, your account number, your security code, your statement date, your service address, and the page number. Mine has multiple pages. And then it shows me on the bill, it has a breakdown. On the left-hand side of the bill, it has my price breakdown, shows me what my bill is, how much I saved, what my totals are, my balances is, how long I've been a member. And then on this side, it shows me my auto pay information, billing notices, and a phone number to contact the billing department, and the fact that I'm enrolled in auto pay. And then at the very bottom of the page is like a little slip that you can cut off and mail in a check if you need to. Page 2 has that little paragraph that I showed you on the left that has all of my monthly billing details. So it has the breakdown for my promotional discounts, as well as like what we pay, what our services cost, what kind of discount that we have, when the discounts expire, that kind of thing. Also, Spectrum has a system. When I was there, working at the last ISP that I worked at, there was a system that was rolling out, and I think they made this nationwide because the FCC wanted it like uniform. And it was an FCC notice that we received when I was working for the last ISP. It said FCC notice update, that all of the systems had to be updated, so that we had to then start offering, if we had a discount available for a customer, when a consumer called in and said, hey, do you have any available discounts? It looks like mine's expiring. We had to offer that. So I know Spectrum has that because I have asked about it. So advocate for yourself. If you notice that one of your discounts is going to be expiring, because it looks like both of mine expire in December, which means I've still got, 3 more months. Let's see, 4 more months. Look, I got several months to go before I got to worry about it. I ain't worried about it right now. So, and then on the other side of the screen has like all of this information, which, is it going to focus? The top of it says stay protected, and it has security stuff. It's got, information if you're moving. It's got the Spectrum app, and then ways to protect your data. So I wanted to share that with you because this is on your PDF for your bill across from like your billing information. And then of course it's got other information, your FAQs, what to do, blah, blah, blah. So all of that is under your billing tab on the Spectrum mobile app. If you ever have a question about anything, you can also use their live chat feature. So I'm going to go ahead and play you this voicemail because this is not legitimate.
Dear customer, this voicemail is to inform you that Spectrum is removing the 40% discount offer on your monthly bill. To reactivate this offer right now, please call back on the number you see on your caller ID. Thank you. Dear customer, this voicemail is to inform you that Spectrum is removing the 40% discount offer on your monthly bill. To reactivate this offer right now, please call back on the number you see on your caller ID. Thank you.
So the message was only 23 seconds long, even though the voicemail itself is 33 seconds long.
Dear customer,
oh my God, shut up. So I wanted to make sure that I played it. I don't know why it did not play it on speaker the first time, so that's why I played it a second time so that you could clearly hear the message. If you get a message like this, do not call it back. This is not legitimate. Please do not call these numbers back. I'm just going to make sure that I say that again for everybody in the back not listening. This is not a legitimate call. Spectrum will never call you about a discount expiring for their services. They call you about outages in your area. They will text you for outages in your area. Let me see if I have a text on my system from that. Okay, here are texts on my phone from Spectrum. Again, apologize. Let me just turn that fucking monitor off because it's just glaring the fuck out of me. Oh, it just got real dark on here. All right, so this is about an appointment. See, and there's one about an outage. Let's see. There's another appointment notice. So let me click on the one that says, okay. So here's the one for the outage. It comes from, you see the number at the top, the 49674. It's a Spectrum. Our technicians resolved an outage that was affecting your area when you made your recent appointment. As you saw that I had an appointment notice. If your service is now working as intended, please cancel your scheduled appointment by pressing 3 or visiting, and then it says spectrum.net/cancel appointment. Now, I did have an appointment. I had one set up, and that was for July 31st. Now, I don't have this saved in my phone as Spectrum or whatnot. And then I had other appointments and whatnot. And then I ended up canceling the appointment because come to find out that the equipment that we had, we had a big crack of lightning outside. And so the modem, we thought it was just a router that got hit. It wasn't. Jason went to go replace that. It was the modem and the router that got hit. So we had to have both replaced. So he went one day to replace the router, and then he had to go back the next morning and replace both because the modem also was dead. So we ended up canceling that appointment, but Spectrum will text you for things like that, for like outages and stuff. And then usually, again, if you load the mobile app, the Spectrum mobile app, I even have one on here for CenturyLink. It's not probably going to work because I am not in Florida at the moment. Where is the CenturyLink one? Did I move it? I think I moved it. I moved it because I kept clicking on that. I did. I moved it to a whole other folder. Anyway, so I do have the Spectrum app right here. So just make sure that you load it every so often, and then they've got a support page that you can click on. You can chat with them. They have chat services 24/7, 365 that you can talk to. The automated system to get to humans kind of annoying, but they also have people there answering the phones 24/7, 365, so you can always get a hold of a human. Just know that with like bad weather and hurricanes and stuff like that, it's in the contract that you sign. Spectrum's not responsible for outages due to no power, because if you have no power, your services are not going to work because they have no power to run your fucking services. So keep that in mind. But also with things like this, it is what it is. Scammers are going to scam. I will grab that information for the FCC and put that in the description box below. I will also try and see if I can find information for the other carrier websites and whatnot, but it's a pretty common scam that happens across all carriers, where it says if you receive a phone call that says to call back, but it doesn't match the information for our website, please don't call those people back because it's not us. I mean, it's kind of common sense, but people are stupid and they really don't do the real research that they need to. They're like, click, hey, meh, meh, meh. And then they give out their name, their address, their birth date, their fucking social security number, their everything. And they're like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not safe. Number one, Spectrum's not going to ask for your anything but your name and your address and the security code on your account. CenturyLink and Xfinity or Comcast, when you call into them, they're going to verify the account holder's name and the address in which the services are at and the phone number on the account, which at the house in Eustis, it is the home phone number, and then it was my cell phone number, then my dad's cell phone number, which recently, when he was there to get a new combo unit, because his finally died after like 2 years, it called me instead of him, and he's standing in the building and they're calling me, and I'm like, hello? And they're like, yeah, we're trying to verify information for blah blah blah. I'm like, is my dad standing right there? And they're like, yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, okay, yep, it's technically his account, but I'm the one that set everything up. So yeah, I was able to get all that figured out for him. He was trying to get new equipment because his died. So that happens, especially when your parents are aging. Please make sure that you set up the account with their information first, but that you are added as an authorized user, because aging parents, you really kind of need to make sure that you're on their accounts, and make sure that like their checking accounts and stuff, that you are listed as payable upon death kind of thing, and make sure that your own accounts are set up so that somebody gets paid upon death. Because if you die and nobody's on your account payable upon death, your money can go to the bank and they can keep your money and they don't have to give it to nobody, and the state can assume your money. So FYI. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm going to leave the FCC information below. Hopefully this FYI will help other people not get scammed by these losers that just are too lazy to get a job. And hopefully you guys are having a fabulous day or night wherever you are. And I will see you later. Bye.